What's up, witches? Welcome back to Coffee Hour. It's Luna the Zen Witch on an absolutely beautiful morning. No fans. The window's open. I can hear the woods. I can smell the woods. It's lovely. And I'm still having my coffee. And I turned my microphone on. Get over it, Luna. Yeah, I have trouble getting over it when I make mistakes. That pissed me off. So, welcome to another unboxing. Today's deck is the Cary-Yale Visconti Tarrocchi deck. It's like a brick. This is a big-ass deck. It's big, it's heavy, it's very old. This was a gift deck by my dear friend that I was initiated with. And it's got this little window in the front that's kind of cool. Taped up because it's, a fallen apart deck. I've had it for a long time. And it says, and ooh, looky, I used the wrong kind of tape on the side here. That makes me sad. Yikes. Obviously, I didn't have my technique down at the time. Cary-Yale Visconti Tarrocchi deck, 15th century. Complete deck of 86 cards. Comprises 22 major arcana and 64 minor arcana, produced in magnificent full color. Facsimile reproduction of 67 Tarrocchi cards from the Cary collection of playing cards, the Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library, Yale University, New Haven, Connecticut. Additional 19 cards recreated to replace the cards presumed missing from the original deck. The deck is unique in that each suit contains both male and female knights and pages, in addition to king and queen. Wow. Booklet of instructions with history and description of deck by Stuart R. Kaplan. So we've got the regular Kaplan. And I love the way U.S. Games used to. I don't know if they do anymore. CY86 is the key for this deck, which is Cary-Yale, 86 cards. Box printed in Switzerland, copyright 1984. U.S. Game Systems. Okay. And I mean, it is a fucking brick. This thing probably weighs a pound. Huge. Bet you can't wait to see me shuffle this sucker. There's the LWB, and you see, let's see. Printed in Belgium by Cartamundi, exclusively for U.S. Game Systems. Window. And this one, we've got to put him in the right place. 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So the lover's card, they put in the little window there, and then you got to put it back where it belongs. The backs. Isn't that exciting? Move this out of the way a little bit because the deck's so damn big. Okay. I'm not going to hold this deck in my hands because my hands would wear out. But I am going to reference the book while I'm going through it because there are some differences in major arcana cards here. So the introduction is the standard Stuart Kaplan about the history of the Tarot, the Visconti and the Visconti Sforza decks. Based on the differences in size and artistic style of the cards, there appear to be 15 distinct groups of 15th century Milanese, Visconti, and Visconti Sforza Tarrocchi cards. These incomplete groups survive by as few as a single card to the most nearly complete pack of 74 out of 78 cards. These cards are sometimes called Lombardy Tarrocchi packs because they were produced in what is now called the province of Lombardy. All the cards are hand-painted on heavy cardboard. The accompanying chart gives the popular name or names, the number of cards, the last known location or locations, and the measurements of the cards in each Visconti or Visconti Sforza group. Good God. Okay, the 15 groups, so wow. Then we have the artists. There have been many attempts to identify the painters of the different Visconti Sforza Tarrocchi cards. It is possible the incomplete 74-card Pierpont Morgan Bergamo pack, the 67-card Cary-Yale pack, and possibly the 48-card Brera Brambilla Gallery pack were rendered by the same hand. Da-da-da-da-da. Thought it was Antonio Cicognara. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, dating the decks, Tarrocchi and the occult. Although there is no proof that the Tarrocchi decks used by the Italian nobility of the Renaissance were valued as illustrations of esoteric concepts, many of the leaders of the time were fascinated by the occult sciences, including alchemy, and often consulted astrologers for advice in making important decisions. This is where they did horary charts. So I talked about those in yesterday's video, in the Barbieri Zodiac unboxing. And horary charts are answering a question with an astrological chart. You take the birth of the question as the birth chart, and then you answer it from that different system than natal astrology, because most people did not know what time they were born. They maybe knew the day, and they could look back at planetary positions, but they didn't know the time, so they didn't have houses and rising signs and stuff like that. It is known that at least as early as 1527, Tarrocchi cards were used for divination. In that year, Theophile Folengo wrote Caos del Triperuno, and in one section of the work, 2 men and 2 women have their fortunes told with the cards. Then it talks about the Cary-Yale Visconti. Okay. 22 cards found in the standard tarot decks are lacking in the extant Cary-Yale Tarrocchi deck. The lost or missing cards are, like all of them almost, Fool, Magician, Popess, Pope, Justice, Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Hangman, Temperance, Devil, Tower, Star, Moon, Sun, Male Knight of Swords, Male Page of Swords, King of Staves, Male Knight of Staves, Queen of Cups, Female Knight of Cups, Male Page of Cups, and 3 of Coins. In the facsimile, the 3 virtues substituted 3 of the missing cards. Okay, Charity for the Popess, Faith for the Pope, and Hope for the Star. To make the deck complete for meditation, game playing, and divination, artist Luigi Scapini has recreated the 19 missing cards. Scapini used printed proofs of the authentic cards for the background by means of collage and overpainting. The figures, costumes, symbols, heraldic devices, and overall style are captured on each card. Okay, God, we go on and on and on and on and on about history. Visconti, heraldic devices, and here we have those heraldic devices. The Cary-Yale, okay, major arcana. This is what I want next to me while I'm going through these. All right. And I apologize for kind of the grid over things. That's the sun coming through the screen. So I apologize, but not really. I do not apologize for sitting here in the sun with hot coffee and a cool breeze. Okay. The Fool. Standard. Little doggy biting his heel, stepping off a cliff. And you can see, just the ancient quality of these. It really kind of looks like, you can see, come on. You can imagine, you could see the texture of the paint, Okay. So we've got, I'm just going to go through. We got the Magician with the 4 tools. He does not have one hand pointing up, so that's a difference. Then we have Charity. So rather than the High Priestess, we have Charity. In the Cary-Yale deck, Charity apparently replaces the Popess, and thus a divinatory meaning changes. Whenever a virtue appears in a reading, the interpretation of the card is especially favorable when upright. When reversed, the card is not negative, but rather indicates a quality that the querent needs to enhance in his or her character. So it's patience, generosity, nourishment, selflessness, nurturing given either from oneself or received from another, protectiveness, motherliness, joy from children. And I love these artists that don't know how boobs work. And also the idea that there was like a hatch, an escape hatch in these Renaissance type gowns or pre-Renaissance where you could just pop it out the side. Okay. Then we have the Empress. Matriarchal splendor and authority, intuition blended with common sense, fruitfulness, mother, sister, wife, businesswoman. I like these meanings. The Emperor. Look at his meanings. He's got a big chunk there. Worldly power, accomplishment, capable person who's knowledgeable and competent, father, brother, husband. Faith. This takes the place of the Hierophant. Faith, being one of the 3 cardinal virtues in the deck, is a particularly auspicious card. As a symbol of religion, she also takes on some of the qualities of the Pope. Faith, honesty, strength of conviction, spiritual strength, trustworthiness, receiving the trust of others, help from a loyal friend, launching a project or creation with the help of someone who believes in its ultimate success. So faith, servitude, religious leader, ritualism. So it's a virtue. So the negative, the reverse isn't like the opposite. Queer needs to develop trust in others. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. The Lover's card, showing them under a canopy. Looks like they're on a carousel. Then we have the Chariot. Look at this platform with a roof getting pulled by horses. Then we have Justice as the number 8 card. Strength will be the 11 card then. We have the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. This is a little different. I mean, she's got a blindfold, and we do show, somebody going up on the side of the wheel. There's a crown up here. So rising fortunes, and then we have falling fortunes. The crown is down here on the back of, golden crown above the head of the rising figure indicates he aspires to reign. The left of fortune is a falling figure to the left of fortune, so to her left. His crown tumbling, he's already reigned. The aged man beneath the wheel is without reign, replaced by the young figure with sword and crown in hand here, who sits atop the wheel and presently reigns. So this is the winged female figure of fortune. Destiny, fortune, and fate. Then we have Strength with the lion holding the lion's mouth. Look at the screening on there. Come on, show me the lion's mouth. There we go. Then we have the Hanged Man. Look at the anchor pulling his foot down. Held by a rope tied from his left ankle to a rope tied to his right ankle is attached to an anchor on the ground. Life in suspension. Transition, change, reversal of mind and one's way of life. I really like the meanings. This is not a deck that I've ever done readings with. Ever. Too unwieldy. Plus the images are, especially when we get to the suits, we're going to go whipping through those really fast because they're pip cards. So there aren't images to latch onto intuitively. So I have not, and look at the rainbow. My crystal is giving me a rainbow here. Hee hee. Sorry, I just blew it. Let's make it bigger. Ah, looky. Looky, yeah. Anyway, okay, stop playing, Luna. Focus. Coffee. So I haven't really read meanings on this deck, and they're really good. This is a deck, this book can really inform your understanding of the Tarot in general. So yeah, I'm going to be spending time with this book. I love that life in suspension. And a changing of mind, reversal of the way you're thinking. In a passive sense, apathy and dullness, boredom, abandonment, renunciation. Renunciation of outer life, going for inner life. The changing of life's forces, period of respite between significant events. Sacrifice, repentance, readjustment. Efforts may have to be undertaken toward the success of a goal, which still may not be attained. I mean, and it goes on. Just a lot here. Here's the Death card. I think you can actually see these better from a distance because they're in focus. Hey, what about that? Then we have Temperance. Clearly an angel with her wings pouring from one vessel to another. Moderation, temperance, patience, that which can be accomplished through self-control and frugality. Accommodation, harmony. We tend to think of temper as the anger that I have a hot my temper. But temperance is actually the control of emotions. It's the balance of. So you say you lose your temper, you lose control. Temper is not the thing that you witness after one's control is lost. Temper is the control itself. So there's an interesting lesson there. The devil. Pretty standard. I love the way the colors are showing up on camera here. Beautiful. The tower is split at its summit by a giant bolt of lightning. 2 figures fall, complete and sudden change. Be interesting to go through too, all the cards of change in the deck, in the majors, and because yes, this is sudden change, sudden unexpected kaboom. Hope. Okay, so this is why can't I think, you guys? Tower, temperance, devil, 15, 16. What does this one take the place of? I can't think. Oh my God. Hope to the star. All right, more coffee. Sometimes I just get lost. I mean, I do know them in order. Okay. Hope. A crowned woman kneels gazing up toward a luminary. I guess that's these little tiny rays shooting from the corner here. I don't know. Okay. Her hands are folded in prayer and an anchor is tied to her wrists. Beneath her is a man is crouched and a noose encircles his neck. At one time the words Judah Traditor were visible on his garment. The virtue of hope has overcome the traitor Judas, who represents disloyalty and hypocrisy. The third cardinal virtue of the deck shows that one can joyfully hope for a favorable outcome to one's problem or question. Hope, joyful anticipation, bright prospects, inspiration, good omen, spiritual solace, desire and its fulfillment, the proper balance of desire and work, balance of desire and work, hope and effort. Okay, wait. Look at the punctuation, Luna. The proper balance of desire and work, hope and effort, love and expression. Okay, the moon. Different than standard tarot. We just have a female figure there. The sun, naked child on a horse, judgment, people rising up from the grave and the angels there to greet them, and the world. Okay. Now, suit of swords. We have the King of Swords, the Queen, the male knight, the female knight. Can I tell you how this fucked with my head when I was trying to put this deck in order? Way back when I, in the winter time, it was like, just to kind of therapeutic, I guess it was therapeutic for me. I went through in anticipation of shooting unboxing videos and just started putting all of the decks in order. And when I came to this one, shut off my coffee pot. When I came to this one, it was like, what the hell am I looking at? I couldn't figure out what was going on, so I had to go to the book. This is the female Knight of Swords. Let's look at the difference between the male and the female. Divinatory meanings for the male: bravery, skill, capacity, the strength and dash of a young man, heroic action, opposition and war, impetuous rush into the unknown without fear. The surrounding cards will indicate the influences around the knight in his gallant pursuit. The knight is a master in his art of action and warfare. The female Knight of Swords: courage, energy, a woman who excels in sports, physical vigor, Amazonian woman, social activism. So this is a really interesting new layer to court cards, because you definitely specifically have male and female energies of the same, aspects of the same energy. So I really like that. It's surprising in a deck this old. Then we have a male Page of Swords, person adept at perceiving, discerning, and uncovering the unknown or that which is less obvious. And then we have the female Page of Swords, empathic person, insight, ability to extract confidences, a nervous, alert personality, a discreet person, active use, lithe figure, versatile and adept. So I kind of don't like that the female has sort of more negative qualities than the male. Kind of don't like, I kind of hate it. Okay, then we go through the pips and we go from 10 back to 1. So there's the 10, the 9, the 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I guess that's supposed to be this way. Okay. Now, on to the staves. We have the King of Staves, the Queen, the male knight, the female knight, the male page, the female page. She in particular messed me up because I thought she was like, the Empress or something like that, and I kept trying to stick her in the majors and I just wouldn't work. Okay. Staves, 10. Sounds like something's about to fall in the woods. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. These are like spears. They have points on them. So this was also confusing. Okay, these look like arrows. Look, there's fletching on them. So staves are actually arrows, image-wise. Then we have suit of cups. There's the king, the queen. And okay, yeah, you can see the cup here. Actually, you can see it more clearly on camera than I can see it actually looking at it, because the color values are so similar. This doesn't really stand out. Then we have the male knight, the female knight, and again, can you see the cup she's holding? No. That's a cup. What the hey? So art-wise, same thing here. Look at the cup. These are difficult cards to... Come on. I mean, you can see he's holding something in his hand, but it doesn't stand out from the background at all. All right, then we have the male page. Not holding... Okay, the cup is down here. Can you see that? She's holding a cup. Can you see that? Oh my God. Okay, stop. 10, 9. Somebody's got a fire going. 8, 7, 6. Oh, this is wonderful. 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. And I mean, even these, look how difficult it is. Okay. King of coins. Queen of coins. Again, so very difficult to even see the coins. This is the male knight, the female knight, the male page, female page. And then we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and ace. Ba-boom. Done. Now, how does one shuffle this deck? I don't frickin' know. Let's try to do it sideways. So this is 80, what did they say? 86 cards. There are 8 extras. Yes, 8 extras. No, I'm sorry. There are 2 extras in each suit. So there are 8 extras altogether. God, I can't think. All right. I'm going to try. Difficult. I think this would have to be a deck that you just get thoroughly mixed and then leave it like that. You know, why would you need to put it in order again? I mean, if you would read with a deck like this, would you read with a deck like this? I mean, look at this. You can't shuffle that way, not in any way, shape, or form. Let me do halvesies here and see if that works at all. Okay, that was more successful. Let's do it with this side. And then you know what's going to happen. I'm going to cut shuffle these long ways. But I do want to get... Oh, Maria, if that's you, thank you for having a fire going this morning. Before we get into the cold, I have been on my husband about I'm going to cook breakfast outside. One morning we're going to get a fire going. I'm going to cook bacon on the grill. I'm going to do a skillet of something over the fire. Okay. So trying to shuffle these, it's going to be difficult. I might just sort of do the hover over. Anyway, let's do this kind of quickly this way. And we're going to ask, as I've been asking with all of these unboxings lately, what do my viewers need to know in order to be their best during trying times? What do we need to know, feel, and do? And, okay, ancestors, assistants, guides, guardians, fairies, and angels, all spirit beings that are here to bring benefit, I invite you in to bring us clear, helpful, insightful, and practical messages for all of my wonderful viewers who I love so much. I offer you light. I offer you water. And I offer you perfume. Fire of Azrael, to be a true oracle and speak to us clearly. So mo to be. And oh, that smell too. I burned some yesterday when I was doing morning shoots and my son came right. Oh, it smells so good. It's like, yeah. So he is already programmed. You know, my kids are programmed with the smells of ritual. All right. Okay, they're telling me to cut 3 times. Whoa, okay, there's our first one. Let's take a look at our first card. We have 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups says, love, friendship, beginning or renewed. Love, friendship beginning or renewed. Passion, union, engagement, understanding, cooperation. So what do we need to do? We need to amp up the love. Love for ourselves, love for those around us, love for our lives. Look at my charcoal glow in there. It is asking for more. Okay. Passion, union, engagement. Engage with your life. We can be in rampant escape mode right now, and who can blame any of us? Who can blame us? Things suck. We need escape. But rather than the thing is, when you're trying to escape from your life, it comes and haunts you. And you get this kind of dissociated feeling. So rather than, and your life is not what you want to escape. You want to escape the stress. You want to escape the tension. The way you do that is to engage with your life, to get your hands on the wheel. And I hope you watched my unboxing yesterday with Barbieri's Zodiac, because there were some pretty damn clear messages coming through about self-care. All right, next. Please give me another part of this message. So we start with love. Love and relationship. Okay, we'll take the next from that little group. And there's only 4 here, so let's just see. We have Justice. Justice says... Okay, Justice wears a delicately brocaded high-waisted gown. She's crowned, and in her right hand is a large double-edged sword. In her left hand is the scale of justice. Fairness, reasonableness, justice, proper balance, harmony, equity, righteousness, virtue, honor, virginity, just reward, sincere desire, good intentions, well-meaning actions, advice, self-satisfaction. The eventual outcome, whether favorable or unfavorable, will be truly fair for the person concerned. I'm sorry, it smells so good. Equilibrium, poise, impartiality, capability to perceive temptation and avoid evil. This card suggests a person who responds favorably to the good nature of others, a considerate person. So here is proper balance, love and keeping life in balance. That means if you're stressed to the max, you have got to do just as much of the opposite energy to generate the opposite energy in order to keep things in balance. You're not going to get rid of stress. You can get rid of tension. Stress is life. It's what happens. It's things happening. They stress us. Even something positive can stress us. Think about, a big vacation. Wow, it was so much fun. It's stress to the system. You have to rest afterwards, right? You have to recoup afterwards. So you can't escape from stress, but you can balance tension. And it's not like you have to let the tension arrive and then do something about it. You can do it on the front end. You can relax, you can meditate, you can do things that will help you on the front end. That's proper balance. Then we have the Hermit. And these are side by side, so you can see how the shuffle wasn't, the best. Counsel, knowledge, solicitude, prudence, discretion, caution, vigilance, circumspection, self-denial, withdrawal, regression, desertion, annulment, a loner or person incapable of participating with another person, tendency to withhold emotion, failure to face facts, possessor of secrets. This is a lot more than you get in anything else, really. Complacently existing with knowledge without utilizing it, but sometimes willing to share it. Time, passing, experience, alchemy, counsel, knowledge, solicitude. Okay, so let's just take that at face value. Counsel. What do? Go and get some advice if you need it. Talk to a counselor. Talk to a spiritual advisor. Contact me, get your chart done. Have a reading. This is also talking about solitude, going inside and having some solitude in order to keep things in balance. And then we have the Chariot. So yeah, the majors were in chunks. Because Chariot, Justice, Hermit were all in line with each other. Chariot is trouble, adversity, possibly already overcome, conflicting influence, turmoil, success, possible voyage or journey, escape, fleeing from reality, rushing to decision, riding the crest of success. So escape, there's the escapism right there. We keep things in balance. We take time to ourselves, having some solitude. Give yourself permission to shut the fucking world off for a while. The world turns, things are going to continue without you for fucking half an hour while you do a meditation, 15 minutes while you say your prayers. You can do this. You can claim this time. It's up to you, right? And the Chariot says you're in the driver's seat. You are the one that says how things go, all right? So when you're feeling out of control, look to your sphere of influence where you have control. Do we have chickens coming through the woods? I think it might be a chicken heading down our way. Anyway, so there you have it, the Cary-Yale Visconti. Big, unwieldy deck, but packed with information about the origins of the Tarot, about the meanings of the major arcana, So yeah, would I recommend it? Not for reading with. Would I recommend it as a study deck? Absolutely. If you are interested in knowing the history of the tarot, which, have I ever been interested in really the history that much? But now this deck is kind of pulling me in, having worked with it like this for the first time. The friend that gave this to me actually bought this deck for herself again to use to read with. And you know what? I got to look at something. I know he's out there watering plants. It's like, did my husband light a fire? I know he didn't, but just the smell. Ugh. I hope that you have the kind of pleasure that I'm having this morning. I hope that you can open a window and smell nature and smell something that makes your soul light up. Light some incense. Light your very favorite incense. Do something good for yourself. Love yourself the best way you can today. Like and subscribe to my channel. Shoot me a donation if you'd like me to choose a deck to buy. Buy me a deck if you want to pick one off my wish list down below. If you do, I will do a personal reading for you with that deck on the unboxing video. There's a lot of good things coming. I'm here every single day for an unboxing. I hope you're here too. I'm so glad that you show up for me every time. I really do value you. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Vote your ass off. Make sure you're registered. Make sure your friends are registered. Do everything you can to help people get to the polls, okay? Cheers to you. I will see you tomorrow for another unboxing. This is Luna the Zen Witch. Blessed be.